after some thought, decided this isn't going to be stable enough. I have to see how bad that leans. I put a wire on this, pull this butter in the frame here. So what we're going to do is use these U-posts and put 2 series of them, and just put this wire frame up. This is part of, we've cut down another section up there by the blackberries, kind of redoing that area a bit, and we'll just reuse this. It'll be the perfect test, and if this works well, then we'll move this to the other. But these won't be wasted. These little cross things here I'm going to use for the peppers. There's some evidence of sun scalding going on with the peppers, and all these boards, I always use these boards somewhere. Well, the charge on my drill conveniently died. It's telling me it's too hot to be doing this kind of work. But we got the first of these 2 little frames and down. I just gotta get these older stobs up, and we use them for something. Okay, so the last thing I'm doing in this garden this year is an experiment, because over there may be where the strawberries go. Once I move them in the fall, it's gonna be way too hot now to even bother with it right now. But for now, I'm going to use that space, throw some mulch down on top of that. I'm using this wire that I have. It's about 3 feet. See an old blackberry in here. I've cut down a section of the blackberry thing there where it's dead. We're gonna put an apple tree there, actually, and just cut this in half. We're gonna have 3 different types of potatoes and peanuts. All right, here's our new tomato trellis system. And I know I left the gaps down here, but we're gonna take some nylon string and tie and direct these guys up to this first part. That's all it needs, really. A little bit of help like that. I'm happy with it. Seems sturdy. It's about 5 feet of height. Yep, we'll do this on 3 more times. Get this done. Now for a barrier, I obviously need something to go around this. I've got this inexpensive weed block that did nothing for me last year. So what we're going to try to do is wrap this around like that. Let's see if it'll hold. Yep, that's going to work great. I just about to find something to clip it to the top with here. Alright, so we got my little bins set up. These are going to be for potatoes and for peanuts. And it's just a simple little thing that I made. Just using just a wire frame. You could use any kind of, whatever you use for fencing, chicken wire, it doesn't matter really. And I cut it about 18 inches high. And this is just cheap weed barrier, and I filled it. And make sure you put it in from the inside. Use that as a frame. It doesn't work so well the other way. I didn't pay attention. But it's just a matter of cutting off whatever section, whatever radius you want of this. I zip tied the ends together, and then taking this fabric and lining the inside of it. Fold it over, make sure to pull it out the bottom here like that. And then when you spread your soil in, you see how that captures it right against the thing. It's going to work great. Okay, so it's potato planting day. We're going to do 3 different varieties here. And then, well, one of these is going to be peanuts. But I've already kind of started the chitting process for these. Some purple potatoes. And some golden. And then I had a whole bag of russet we forgot about in the corner. And they were starting to come out too. And the general rule of thumb is you can put 1 potato per 3 gallons of soil. And these end up being about 35 gallons each, roughly. So I may end up just putting an even number of 10 in each, and we'll see how that goes. Well, I decided 8 was plenty for this. I don't know how much space to give them. got 10 of the purples, and I just put 8 in here too. We'll give that a go. Now it's just a matter of burying them. I left the room up here to hill a bit. This should be pretty easy enough. It's real loose dirt. Kind of starting this late in the game here, but everything's an experiment. Never done potatoes before, and we'll just see how they go. Well, much to the bumblebee's aggravation, it's time to finally pull the last of these onions. A lot of them to die down where you can't even see them hardly, and this will just be the hot pepper bed. But I'll get the bees something else to feast on. It's a pretty good one. Let's put these in the basket for now. Oh yeah. Well, I have to say it's a pretty good harvest. Right at 3 dozen more onions than the biggest in the world, but this was quite a successful harvest this year. Very pleased with this. Blueberries are having a bit of a hard time here. There's netting on them to keep the birds off, but I'm not getting enough water to them, and we're sort of having trouble over here with the rabbits eating these, so I've got to put up some fencing. But we're going to go ahead and get this netting off and get some of these berries picked. We'll see how many we end up with. Whole little bunches of them. They're starting to dehydrate a little bit. That's my fault. It's been hot, and I have not felt like getting out here and messing with this as much as I should have. Or could have, I guess. So we've lost a little bit of our crop. But we've had a much better crop this year that honestly I thought we probably would end up with. We'll still have a lot to maybe even make a blueberry pie out of. It'll be good. Well, that's a good little bit. I don't know how many is in there, but that's enough. It's a good little harvest. I just caught a glimpse of this. These are pink lemonades. There's 2 little pink lemonades down here. I didn't think these were going to make it all. 2 little pink lemonades.